G'day everyone, my name is David Mai, and this week on FTRTV we're going to check out the Jebao DCP 5000 DC pump. So this pump here is the new release from Jebao. I ordered this online at fishstreet.com, and it's the latest release of their DC controllability pumps. It's rated at 5,500 litres an hour, had 4 meters of head height, and draws 40 watts of power. Now we'll unbox this now and we'll show you what's inside and what actually comes with the pump. First thing we've got is all the fitting attachments here, which connect onto the pump, so you can plumb that into your reef system. We've got a strainer, which I was talking about before, to avoid anything being able to get into the impeller on the inlet side. And you've got here the power supply. This here is the actual control module, so that will allow you to control the DC pump down to 65% of capacity right up to 100%. So just allows you to dial it into your tank and just reduce the amount of flow if you need it, or increase it when you do need it. There's also a pause function on there, and the pause function will be for a feed mode, so you can stop the pump circulating for a period of 10 minutes. So you can feed your fish or do any quick maintenance on your tank if you need to. And then here we've got the actual pump itself. You can see that it's quite a large pump, and it is rated at 5,000 litres an hour. So you'll see here you got this side is where the water comes in, goes to the impeller and goes out the top, which goes back into your tank, and that's where you plumb it through. So we'll put this together now. We'll start with the strainer. So you can either use one of these fittings on the end here if you're hard plumbing from another outlet, but I'm going to use a strainer because it's just going into the return pump reservoir. So that just screws into the end here. And for future maintenance, this can just pop off like that. You can get in there, give it a quick clean, and then just pop this back on like that. So that's that side done. Now we're going to connect the top. So it'll depend on which size plumbing you have on your tank, which will decide which one you go with. But you need one rubber grommet which goes in there, which is the O-ring. And I'm going to go with one of the smaller fittings, the smallest fitting. So that goes on top of your O-ring there, and this nut just screws over the top to hold it in place. Right, so water in here, out that way, and that goes to your return plumbing to go back into the tank. So you've got a power cable on this side, and that'll connect into that down here. And you'll see you just match up the pins, push them in, and then just screw that over, just so it creates a nice watertight seal. So you got that and that. And then your power supply connects into the bottom of this. Right, so that's all of that stuff connected. So your power supply from your wall goes to your control module controls the pump. Now the fantastic thing about having a DC controllable pump is you've got the control panel here, which you can adjust how much flow you actually need in the tank. So you can see we can ramp it right up to 100%. So that's running on full power now, and you'll hear the difference, and that's running at 39, nearly 40 watts once it's probably ramped up. And we'll see the flow up the top now. You can see all that water just running down the overflow. And then when we adjust it down, which I've got it down setting at about 55% at the moment, so that's running at 55%, I'm assuming. It's only drawing at 16 watts. As you can see, there's no vortex on top of the emergency overflow anymore, and obviously with my adjustment of the valve, that's the flow that I've dialed into the overflow there. And there you can see that down here That emergency overflow is no longer flowing. It's a lot quieter. That's just adjusted. Or that valve up there. So that's dialing it in using a DC control. So that's the Jebao DCP 5000 pump unboxed, and join me next time on FTRTV. Peace!